Well, hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the Pitchy podcast. We're your hosts, James
and Stephanie.
And
I'm Jacquie Roar.
No, Jackie is not a host. We do, although, have a very special episode for you. You know what? This party, we're not ready to get off the season 24 party train yet. I know season 25 is just around the corner, but we don't care. We told you all how special season 24 of NBC's The Voice is. So we're going to have as many people on as we possibly can and maybe into season 25 because I don't care. Stephanie doesn't care either because we love them that much.
That's right.
So, without further ado, you all knew her to be on Team Gwen and Team Reba. She was, of course, a four-chair turn. Quickly a four-chair turn. Week in and week out, she thoroughly impressed us she was a storyteller, you all. Every song, I always said about her, there was a beginning, there was a middle, and there was an end. And Lord, was there an end. Because you all know she is known by her name. Because she would just give it to us like literally we'd be back in our seats like this because we knew it was coming. She is a tsunami of a singer.
Yes.
Miss Jacquie Roar, thank you for coming to the Pitchy podcast. Oh, Jacquie, we have been dying to talk to you. We feel like just even though it's been through the socials, Pitchy Podcast feels like we know you.
Yes.
And you were one of the very first of this past season to really give us shout outs and to welcome us to your season and kind of introduce us to the other team members. Jacquie would often tell us, she was the mama of the crew, and we just are so thankful that you, number one, took the time to come and talk to us, and we just love you.
Well, I just love you guys back because you guys were my entertainment. You were also like my egg on. You gassed me up, like you gassed everybody up, and I feel like you got us really amped up for our next performance because we wanted to know what you were going to say about it. So it just really brought another aspect to us, behind the scenes. We had some free time, and in our free time it was you guys and it was Idol Forums, and Idol Forums would piss a lot of people off. So
get out there in socials. But let me tell y'all, if y'all didn't know, they were on lockdown, and they were on lockdown for a minute. They only had themselves. So we were more than happy to, that just really humbles us, and we're so grateful that we were your entertainment, because we just loved all of you. And I know we sound like a broken record, but you all, this season was a very, very special season for the Pitchy Podcast. And this has been our third season that we've been doing this, and we will never, ever forget you all.
That's right.
And just have so much love for you.
Yes.
So we got a lot to talk about with Jacquie today. Y'all know that we have questions. The inquiring minds want to know. Jacquie, maybe give us a little bit of a backdoor view as to some of the things, some of the runarounds and things that went on at NBC's The Voice, as much as she can tell us, of course. But without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to my partner in crime, Miss Stephanie, with the first question for Jacquie. Stephanie.
Hey, Jacquie.
Hi.
So happy to have you.
Thanks for having me.
So the first thing we want to ask is, we always say that James and I are real people with real lives, and we know that to be true of you guys as well. So what did your life look like before you joined The Voice?
I was recording an EP in Nashville. I was really finally heavily pursuing music. I was being a mom. I was being a girlfriend. I was, being my domestic Debbie during the day and little wedding DJ on the weekends, and
I know that's
trying to build my music career up. I've just one day decided, you know what? I'm tired of not pursuing music. I'm going to do it. That self-doubt really does ring in your head, like often. And if I don't put myself out there, then I can't fail. But I just said, F that. Let's fail. Let's fail as much as we can before we win. So
I love that.
We always
I love
tell
that.
people don't hate the hustler, hate the game. And Jacquie hustled, y'all. She
Yeah.
was a hustler in the best way. She did it all, and proves and continues to prove that you can truly do it all.
Well, and I love that because I believe you're the first mom that we've gotten a chance to talk to over our course of the seasons. And it's so inspiring to me as a mom to see another mom say, you know what? Yeah, I'm a mom. Yeah, I'm a girlfriend. Yeah, I'm a wife, but I have dreams too. And I need to try to pursue those things as well. I always look at that as a great example. Number one, a great thing for you to do for yourself. If you really have a passion and dream for something, to go for it, no matter whether you're a mom or have other commitments like that. But I also think it's a great example for your daughter to see, look what mom did. Look how she, look what she was able to do. Like, you can look at the result of what you were able to do, and your daughter has to be so proud of you. So what a beautiful example to her as well.
she loves it. I just remember I had come back. I hadn't been home for about 45 days, and she had started school already. And I surprised her picking her up from school.
Oh my gosh.
I have a recording of it. She's just dancing and she's like, my mom's here. And then like some of her friends ran up.
Oh, she's gonna just set me all choked up.
Like, oh my God. It was so much. It was so much.
Because
I was like,
oh.
But you know what I want to do? I want to take a moment to honor the sacrifice. Because people have no idea the sacrifice that the contestants have to make.
Right.
And everyone has their own lives, but Jacquie, I want to honor your sacrifice and honor your boyfriend's sacrifice and your family, your daughter's sacrifice, because to be away from you that long, I know must have been heart-wrenching for them and extremely heart-wrenching for you. But what I love that you did, Jacquie, is that, and even though we saw it through the socials, I feel that you made the best of it. You were like, you know what? I'm also a foodie. You're like, there's many different sides to Jacquie, right? So if I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna be away from my family, I'm all about family. And Jacquie, that's what we saw from you.
Yeah,
nothing but family this past season.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you'll hear from Huntley how expensive family dinners could get.
Oh, we saw those crabs, girl. We saw that.
Jackie's like, I'm gonna spend my per diem, okay?
We had a group chat, and like, every night would be like, okay, where are we eating? And then they'd be like, Jacquie, where are we eating?
Mama knows where the good food is now.
Yes.
Well, Jacquie loves herself some seafood, specifically crabs, okay? So for all of you that watch that are from where we're from, in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, you know that we are crab capital of the world.
That's right.
Or blue crab capital of the world.
That's right.
When Jacquie
graces
us with her presence, we're going to take her to some crab spots.
Come on. Come on.
All right, Jacquie. So what would you say the best thing was that came from your time on The Voice? Because it was such a unique experience.
There's several things. I mean, obviously, I have lifelong friends that I've created. Bias and Nene are coming to Oregon to do a show with me.
Stop it.
No, for real, in March. I'm super excited for that. And we're going to have a great time. I already have their whole week planned out. They're getting here in the morning on Wednesday. We're going to the casino. We're going to get some good grub. And then next day, I'm taking them to my crab place that I like to go to. And then we're going to have band rehearsal. And then we have our show. And then I have a secret show planned. So I'm excited for everything. But, those things like amazing.
All I want to say is this. If I get out to Oregon, all I want to go, I am a Goonies fanatic, so you need to take me to Astoria, please. I beg.
I will take you. I love Astoria.
Astoria really does look like that.
The coast is my favorite place. I love going to the Oregon coast. So that's actually where the secret show is going to be at, so I can show Nene and Bias. We got hotels right on the beach. I'm like, I got everything all done.
See,
Mama took care. Mama took care.
Jacquie, that friend. Jacquie, that friend, where she's like, I got it all hooked up. Don't worry about it. I got your accommodations. I got the food. I got the entertainment. Jacquie, that friend to have.
Jacquie? What else did you take away?
I think obviously the aftermath was better than, I think the aftermath was better than during, just because like, yes, I was so stressed out and I had to do things their way, which was also a lesson, because I've always been somebody that does things my way or the highway, and I got the money, I'm in control type feel.
That's right.
And yeah, and so now the lessons that I learned with Reba was also my stage presence needed to be worked on for more precise singing. I just thought running all over the stage meant that you're an entertainer, when really you're more of an entertainer when you're solid, and you're standing there. And
love that.
So I have both. I do both now.
Yes, you do.
And coming out of it, I got a manager who happens to be her old agent. So like full circle, things are going really well. The Orchard is my distributor for my music, which is a huge deal. So things are happening. They're just slowly happening. I'm dating, Reba's publishing company. She has me working at Given. They have her whole catalog, and Reba's just been a real, the biggest takeaway, I think. I mean, obviously I love my friends and I love the lessons, but I love Reba. Okay.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
It seems like
the queen.
It seems like to me, even though like it worked out for so much good, but it seems like to me you were destined to be matched up eventually with Reba. We'll get into that a little bit later, but to see and that's not the first I've heard as far as what Reba has done for her team, for her tribe.
Well, we're flowing right there, so we might as well just go ahead and ask that question. Like, can you elaborate more on like what your relationship with Reba has been? Well, was as you were within the confines of The Voice and outside, and then you can also take a minute if you'd like to share what your experience was with Gwen as well.
Okay, I'll just go from Reba. Like during my time with Reba, there's no way unless I preface it with Gwen, because you have to see the abstract here. So
gotcha.
When I walked in with Gwen for our first rehearsal, she gives me a hug. She gives Bias a hug, and we're feeling like, okay, I'm feeling like so excited, and then she starts talking to Bias, and she's like, oh my God, Bias, like I had to go back and watch your audition, like, because I only got to see the last 30 seconds of it. And she's going and going and going and going. And like, I feel like maybe 5 minutes, and I'm not even exaggerating. Like,
ooh, that's a minute.
Then she's like, oh, and Jacquie, like you're like polished singer. You're like perfect, you're like what I should want. But like Bias has just that thing. And so when I hear that, my whole world is crushed, because I'm just like, dude, I know I came in this wanting Gwen for Gwen. Like, I want Gwen for Gwen because she's a rocker. She's a female artist. She has kids. She knows what it's like to be a mom and do all that stuff.
You grew up with her, right?
Tragic Kingdom was the album. Like, I played that out.
To
the point where, like,
we all did.
I mean, the car had a cassette player, not a CD player, so I put the CD on the cassette so I could put, the cassette in my car. Like, that's how much I love Gwen. I'm telling you, I love Gwen from the bottom of my heart, and it just, like, broke my heart. They say never meet your heroes, right? So,
Sure.
So then I sing, I'm thinking, I told Bias, and I will say it to this day. Bias was like, I'm going home today. I said, Bias, you're not fucking going home, bro. You are not
Right.
going home. I said, I
Right.
put $100 on it and you owe me $100. Like, because a bet's a bet. He's like, I'll take that bet. I said, fine. Because if you go home, you get $100. But if you don't go home, I get $100. We get to go to eat seafood, you know?
Come on. That's right. That's right.
So if we go out there, exactly what I said happened. Reba
Yeah.
stole me.
Yeah.
And from the day that I walked in with Reba, literally Winona was with her, Reba was there, and
That's right.
she just gave me the biggest hug, and she nudges Winona and she goes, this is the one I was talking about. I got to steal her. She's a Forrester, you know, she's like bragging about me, and I was just like, I'm home.
Wow.
You know, I'm
Yeah.
home.
The queen of country music.
Yeah.
Like Gwen loved Bias, and I'm so glad for Bias because he had a great experience out of it.
Right.
And Reba loved me, and that's where I was supposed to be.
Right.
You know, I think 1,000 times over, well, what if I would have gone with Niall, or what if I would have gone with John? Because John really, really fought for me in the 4-chair turn. They edited a lot of that out.
Okay.
He really wanted me bad, and you know, so I'm just thinking, what if I went, you know, but now I just know that this is the way it was supposed to be.
That's right.
How can I preface this? What did you go in, or and you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, or we can edit it out or whatever. Did you go in knowing you were going to choose Gwen?
Yes. I knew. I had already talked to my daughter about it, and I didn't think I was going to bring my daughter up, but I was actually being really heavily swayed by John. And I was like, ooh, like I'm going to bring her up, and if she still says Gwen,
right,
and you know,
gotta go with it.
They edited out a long discussion between her and I, because I was like, you know, this is what they, you know, you obviously saw what they said, and and she was like, I still think we should go with Gwen, and I said, okay. If you want to say it, then you know, so she really enforced that, and obviously you could see Gwen's face; she wasn't expecting that.
right.
And you know, now looking back, I'm like, everything was perfect the way that it was.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have gotten that super cool battle song with Bias. Like,
right.
You know, if I would have gone with Reba right out the get-go, I don't know what song she would have given me, but I know it wouldn't have been Jelly Roll, you know, so. That's just facts, you know. She wouldn't have been like, Jelly Roll.
I think you should sing some Jelly Roll.
So Stephanie and I recently taped our Best of the Battles, and that was
tune in.
True. Yeah, all I'm gonna say is tune in. I'm not gonna tell you where you were on our list, but it was pretty dadgum. I'm not gonna
you
cuss.
On there, y'all on there,
high.
Y'all on there.
We rehearsed that so much every day. We took one day off for vocal rest, and we weren't allowed to drink during this time. So we were, you know,
during the entire show.
No, we were allowed to after the battles, I believe.
Okay,
interesting.
Yeah.
But they highly suggested that we did not drink.
Okay,
because it really does mess up your vocals. So
absolutely.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. The little things that we find out, it's just fascinating.
Yeah.
Because your whole world does change. While you're there.
I'm bouncing around a little bit, but I have to say, since we were talking about your battle, we could tell, James and I could tell, that you and Bias were like homies by your performance. Like, we could tell. And the thing that told it was when Bias came over and did the to your arm, and y'all did the who the hell, because that's something that James and I would do. Like, you do that with your buddy, with your bro, with your homie, when it's like, that's the part. Yo, sis is coming up. This the part. I was like, and that's what, like, the performance on its face was incredible, right? But y'all chemistry together, you could tell you had a connection. You could tell that y'all had built a friendship. And that just put the whole performance over the top, because I could see that. And I didn't know at that time, like, how much y'all had rehearsed, how much time y'all had spent together, whatever. But it was just so evident that y'all were on one page with the goal of making this look like a duet and not a battle, and making it the best performance y'all could make it. So
And that's exactly what happened.
My favorite thing, Jackie, for anyone that battles, I want a battle that's so good that both artists make it undeniable to have to choose both.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, there were some battles where some people should not have gone home. Because I thought both were so good. And you two were just the example, the standard of making it undeniable to send both of you home.
Yeah.
When we got paired up, and let me tell you, I did not see it coming. I did not see Bias being my counter battle, my counter person, because I was just like, I thought Kristen Brown for sure. I was like, hands down, we're both of us. We're gonna fly to the moon with this one. Like, I knew in my heart, without a doubt, it was going to be Kristen. And so when they said Bias, I was like, what's this girl? And then I was like, oh no, that means one of the friends might be going home. Like, it was already my buddy. Yeah. But I was like, no. I was like, we're going to work on this. I said, let's go. We're not spending one day apart. We're rehearsing every day. Like, even the day that we were on vocal rest, we still were eating. We Uber Eats some food I had some sushi, and he had pardon my cheesesteak. That was his favorite. And we ate and watched movies because we were like, this is going to be so like explosive. We're going to have so much chemistry that even our partners are going to be jealous that we look like we're just, like, thankfully our partners are very understanding of our music, and I'm no home wrecker, so.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah, thankfully, this is a song that, like, it wasn't a love song per se. Right. Y'all had to have. This ain't
about Jolene, okay?
Yeah, it wasn't Jolene or something like that. So
it was God and backsliding, and I'm telling you, I'm just glad that Gwen was that smart to put us together, because I would have never thought to have Bias sing Jelly Roll, the Vince Gills, the soulful country. Yes. Never did I think Jelly Roll, and especially for me either. So when she did that, I was like, ooh, here's a challenge. And, and then I knew coming out of rehearsal that she wasn't going to pick me. I was like, she's not picking me. So I need to get Reba to pick me.
Yeah.
Or Niall. Cause I was like, I already know that Niall was digging in with his team. So I was like, I want a coach that digs in. Right. And, oh my God.
And another thing that a lot of people don't know who watch the show is that we, as the audience, we don't know the true order that they perform in versus who gets picked and all that. That's all the magic of TV.
That's right.
So there's a lot of strategy that goes into who gets picked, who goes where, and all that.
Yeah.
We don't know about. And it's crazy to think that you were like, you know what? I love it. You were like, I know I'm not going to be picked, but I will be picked.
Somebody gonna pick me. I'm staying. One of y'all gonna love me.
And I said, I'm not leaving this stage until one of you guys hit your button. Because I was like, this is really who I am. And some people were like, I can't believe she would say that. But you know what? If you are not a fighter and you don't you obviously don't care if you're just going to roll over and go, thanks for my time here. No,
come on.
No, I'm not done with my time here. Give me more.
And look how far she made it, y'all.
Look how far you made it. And to that point, Jackie, I want to let you know that inspired another artist from your season. I can share who. I believe it was Azan.
Oh, really?
To shoot her shot as well. Yeah, she was like, well, I saw Jackie do it, so I said something.
She sure did.
So I'm going to say something too.
Azan and I are birthday twins. We had crab together on our birthday.
Really?
Oh my goodness, we love her. We love her.
She's my babe.
Oh, love her. She is such a sweetheart. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. What
such
a
sweetheart. Yes.
Honestly.
Okay, so we talked about the best thing about being on the show. What was one of the challenges of being on the show for you?
The biggest one was being away from my family, you know,
That's right.
obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
A big part of my love language is touch. Like I need, you know, physical affection, and you know, not being touched for, you know, almost 6 months sucks.
Crazy.
You
Half a
know,
year.
you know, almost, you know, but you know, I get to go back every once in a while, but it was like, you know, for 3 weeks, and then I had to like get all the touches I could, you know, all the, you know, snuggles with my
That's
daughter on
right.
Mondays and
Yeah.
watching movies and stuff. And you know, and then I'd feel bad that I was gone for so long, so I'd spend like a buttload of money on them when I'd come back, because the way that I love people is I gift, you know, I'm a gift giver. So, you know, we can't even fit another stuffed animal in her freaking room right now. So, it, you know, it was just really, really difficult. And when it got to the lives, also the worst part, I think, is that the stress like the stress before was like, okay, you always had it in your mind, even though you never got to redo it again, you always had it in your mind that, well, if it goes that bad, they could edit you, they could montage you if you suck so bad, you know.
Listen,
But when
yes,
it was
absolutely.
live, that's it, like,
That's
you're
it.
live.
That's it.
And I had the curse of always going first, like literally every time I went, except for twice. So like out of my 7 times that I went freaking first every freaking time. So I was just like, when I went first on the first live, I was like, okay, maybe they'll give me a last on the other one. No,
put her out
to
there
go first on the last one too. And I'm like, that's so messed up, because you know, everybody knows when you go first, you're not getting the most votes. So
well, and that's the part, but they put you out there first because they knew that you was going to deliver, Jackie.
Every time.
That's why they put you out there.
My voter wasn't going to deliver.
I know.
That's why she was on those social lives.
That's why she was on them lives, y'all. Listen,
Jackie was like,
get on the app. Get on the website. Vote. Listen, had to. No, because you're right. You're so right, Jackie. Whoever goes first, that's the last thing in your mind. Like the last one is the first thing of mind. So yeah, you could give, which you did, incredible live performances, but you know, in people's minds,
2 hours later, they're like,
2 hours later, an hour later. Yeah.
At least they recap, like on American Idol, they recap, you know.
Right.
So they remind you. They don't do that on The Voice.
You're absolutely right, Jackie. You're absolutely right about that.
I can't remember. Did you ever have to sing for your life?
I did. I sang alone.
She sang alone.
Of course. Because I was like, I know you sang alone, but I couldn't remember when you did it.
That was one of them last chance. I said, oh, they done messed up.
I said they done messed up.
Don't give Jackie that.
I was like, there's no way. I'm going home. Why am I even up here singing this damn song? Nobody's going to care. And I was just like, I'll just sing it to sing it. I look like a freaking Power Ranger, glitter Power Ranger up here. Like,
listen,
do what I do.
You sang that thing down.
And
once they said you were singing alone, I said it's a wrap. Just put her through. Put her through so she don't have to destroy this set with her voice. You know, like, because it was just going to be total destruction, which it was. Like, it was absolutely incredible. It was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I think.
Jackie, and I just got a flashback of when your name got called. You were.
I was bawling. Matt texted me so hard. I was like crying. I was gonna go run to Reba, but Mac was like, "Get over here, give me a hug!" Like he was so proud of me, and I was just like, ugly. I was hugging. I was holding on to him, like he was holding me up because I was like crying so hard. And Steve texted me. Steve's like, "Why? Like, why did you want it that bad?" I was like, "I don't know."
I mean, because if you in it, you want to win it.
Yes, I want to go
you didn't spend this much time. Let's take it as far as we can. You know, absolutely.
I wanted to go all the way. I wanted to prove
a lot about your battle, Jackie. So I'm gonna make this question a little bit harder. It's a 2-part question. What was your favorite performance of your own? And what was your favorite performance of any other contestant this past season?
Okay, so easy for me. I really loved The Chain. The Chain was one of my favorites. I know it wasn't like the most, I don't know, the most newer song, or it wasn't the most like melodic because it was kind of repetitive. But I had such a heavy hand in the arrangement.
I love
When
it.
again, this is they're always testing me. I put the song at the bottom, very bottom, as a filler on my list. I was like, this is my list of songs I want to sing. This is the very last one. I don't know if I want to sing it at all. And then they're like, oh, okay, we'll give you that one then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I got the song and I'm like, okay, crap.
Okay.
This is the cut that they gave me. I was like, well, this is going to be boring. And I was watching all the other, contestants who sang it in the past. Girl named Tom most recently had sang it.
Yeah,
and I'm like, well, I gotta beat that because that's 3 of them singing.
Right.
So then I was like, I'm gonna have to find like cool covers of this. And I did. I found 2 different covers that I'd never even heard before. This girl named Jordana was on YouTube, and hers is just a really pretty beginning. So I cut the very beginning of that to make it melodic. Right. And then I was like, ooh, Evanescence. Okay, let's try this. And then Paul gave me the cut back, and I was like, oh, yes, story. There's a story here.
Come on, story.
Yes. So I just went out full-fledged storytelling, like ready to rock out. And I'm very proud of that one.
Should be.
And I took all of Reba's notes. She was so proud of me. She even said it at dinner. When we had dinner, she was like, one of her pet peeves, which is funny, she has a huge pet peeve, and it's people who sing and go like this when they're singing on the mic.
Oh, she don't like the tap tap.
She don't like that. She don't like that. And she was like, you did it once, and then I saw you think, don't do that.
Come on.
And I was like, I literally did think that. I was like, Reba don't like that.
Right. And we saw this season that when Mama Reba gave you a little word, when she gave you a little tip, she looking for you to take that tip. And if you don't take that tip, it might not go well for you.
Yeah, you better listen to Reba.
So good. Listen. Good on you. Good on you.
What was the it was Mac. Reba kind of went on that. She gave him that note. She's like, no, sing it straight. And Mac did the Mac thing. And then she's like,
To be fair to Mac, he sang that way straighter than.
Oh, I'm sure.
What was her name? Kaylee?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was our feedback. I'm like, she the one running?
Yeah, I was like, to be fair, I mean, and Mac was in my room like, sing that straight. I was like, it doesn't matter. That wasn't your path. That wasn't your journey.
Oh,
Exactly. You on a new journey now, bro.
Yeah.
You on a new journey. It's all good. It's all good.
He cracks me up.
So whose performance of or it could be a battle, but whose performance of the entire season were you just like?
There's so many. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give you some honorable mentions. Nene and Sophia. Oh my God. Heart of Glass. That was so fire.
Thank you, sis.
And listen, not only that, but I had a nice little hand in that one too. Because I helped them.
You helped them out a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. So okay. I'm gonna say that one. Yes, you're welcome. No, just kidding.
Thank you. One of my favorites.
And why Sophia didn't get saved is beyond me.
It's criminal. It's criminal.
I was like, yo, she's 18?
That was one of them. I was like, what?
She laid that thing down.
She did so good.
No, she did exceptional.
I mean, absolutely. Nene obviously killed it, but
Nene gonna kill it. Absolutely.
Every day.
Every day, all day.
I know you were like.
I would say, yeah, right. Let's see who else. I really loved Bias. I loved his Johnny Cash one. That was so good. That was so good that I was just like, there he is.
Yep.
You know, before it was like this, I just don't feel like this is bias, you know? Like I feel like he's just singing, he's singing so beautifully, but that's not bias. And then when I saw bias through the Johnny Cash thing, I was like,
that's it. That's
the
it.
voice
That's
and the
my
performance
boy.
that we need.
That's right. Yeah.
And then I would say, you know, I go all around this one, but I'm gonna say of all season, just because I know Mara as a person, for her to go out and sing "Lose Control" the way she did,
ciao,
done,
ciao,
done,
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 done.
We always say anytime you sing a now song, like it is risky, and you know we know that y'all don't have full control over what songs you are asked to sing or that you do, but you know it's always a risk to sing a now song because it's always just going to be compared to the original. But hers was
so
crazy. It was so good, that I was just like, okay, this might need to belong to you now, sis. Like that might need to be your song because it was.
I was like, well,
it's incredible.
There was a period of time, like there's a period of time with Mara that I was like, it's hers to lose, like seriously, because she like, especially after that one, I was just like,
that was when I saw it. I mean, she showed me in our room what she had been planning to do, and I was like, ooh, I got chills. And I know when something's good because I get on the right side of my right leg. I'll get chills right up my shin if something is so good. I'll get goosebumps everywhere else, like when you know, but when it's really good and undeniably good, I'll get chills on my shins, and that was one of those moments. And I would get that too, like with one of Lennon's performances too did that to me, and I just love his voice. So
his voice.
You know, you know, I could say Huntley all day, you know.
Right.
Huntley, Wanted Dead or Alive. When I was in his room, we were recording it so that we could practice it over and over again, you know, and I'm like, put that falsetto and keeps right there. And when
that's girl.
It hit.
Get out.
It hit, you know, it just hits differently.
No, let me find out that Jacquie the secret sauce behind this whole season. Jacquie like do this right there. Do that right there. Arrange that right there.
I mean, Tom's performance, I was the key change.
You was the key change.
Yeah.
See? Let us find out. Let us find out.
Jackie's the secret in the sauce.
I'm just a superhero, but no big deal. No.
I love it.
Oh my gosh,
that's what it is. I mean, there were plenty of them helping me. You know, Nene helped me with "Girl." Before I was just going to go drop right back down into the chorus, and she was like, "Ad-lib that all the way to the end, girl."
Yep. Yeah. Love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you know, Huntley kind of helped me with the chain a little bit.
So to kind of piggyback on that question, what other artists, other than of course Bias, who else are you dying to work with? Or how about this? It's another two-parter. Who else did you want to work with on the show, like while you were there? And who else do you want to work with, period?
I wanted
in real life.
Both. My answer for both of these is Huntley. So badly.
You have to.
You know, his brain is wired so it's like so hyper that he can't focus. So like sometimes he's overstimulated. So when we would have time, he'd be like, I just really need to rest. But he's like, but I want to do this. Like, and I know he does. Like he still talks about it now that he wants to do something with me.
Yeah.
But he just doesn't have like good time management skills, and he gets really overstimulated quickly. And he'll admit that. He says it all the time. But I think his voice and my voice together, when we would sing Fall to Pieces by Velvet Revolver in some of my jam sessions.
And I know that song.
And when we would sing
Fall to Pieces?
Yes.
Every time I'm falling down, like that. We would stack the harmonies like that. Woo!
Oh, child.
Chills down my shins.
Oh. Oh.
Now
So
that would if you all if the two of y'all got paired up in a battle, it would have been too much. America wouldn't have been ready.
You talk about
America.
some tsunami singing, some total destruction, nothing left. That's what that would have been.
The
coaches would have just been like, go.
And I can guarantee you we wouldn't be singing Hold My Hand. Okay. We wouldn't be singing that.
Uh-oh.
No shade to Niall, but what the heck? Poor Huntley, he's like, I gotta sing in vowels.
Ooh, yeah, that was an interesting choice. That was an interesting choice.
Stephanie, so I'll let you ask the last question.
What was for you the best lesson that you walked away from the show with?
Trust nobody. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, come on, Jackie.
Just a turn of events.
Look, Jackie, like straight up, like real talk, I wouldn't be mad at you if you said that.
That's real.
I wouldn't be mad at you.
That's real.
No, the greatest thing is that if I called Mac right now, if I like wanted to go live, he would answer. We really did become friends, all of us.
Yeah.
So, I think the biggest lesson would be, I don't know. Sometimes I go back and forth with this because I wonder if I had been more selfish and taken care of myself and what I wanted to do and fought more for the things that I wanted. If I would have made it, if I would have been third or second or, been up there with Huntley, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's something that I can't control. So the lesson also in that is that I have to remember that I didn't have full control.
Yeah.
And I don't have a lesson.
And you don't have to have a lesson.
I was who I was because that's who I am. And I took care of everybody, and that fulfilled my ego, which helped me get through.
Yeah.
Well, you might not have a lesson, but you left a legacy. We heard from so many different people how much of the mama you were and how much
they all talked about
you were able to take care of folk in different ways. And what a blessing that must have been for each individual person at a different time in such a scenario as this, where all y'all really have is each other. Nobody knows this experience like y'all know this experience. So for you to be strong enough to also be going, no, but it's real. For you to be strong enough to be in this situation, right? Because you're going through it too. You're not just somebody on, you are an artist too. But for you to have the strength and the willingness and the love in your heart to be able to care for other people in the way that you did and make an impact on them throughout this process, that's what you can walk away with, knowing that you were that person and that you were able to be that person for other people in a really stressful, yet incredible, but in a stressful time.
Jackie, what I also love, and getting to know you, Jackie, is that you didn't let this experience change who you were.
Come on. You better stay real. You better stay you.
Never let this experience change you. So many people, and I'm not, and this isn't like a takedown of what other people said. So many people are like, well, you know what? I really discovered that I can always be my authentic self. No, Jackie, you kept being your authentic self through the entire process. Love me or hate me.
Right.
I'm Jacquie Roar.
Right.
It was that. It was the struggle bus too, because one thing I will say, one thing that I did learn was that I needed to put blinders on, because I found that I was comparing myself to somebody else all the time, which would make me
Gosh, I can
feel
only imagine.
like I'm not, my brain would be like, you're not good enough. You're not going to make it through this next round. Like, this is it. Like, even with bias, I had to fight through my brain to do what I did because I was like, shut up, like, shut the hell up. I'm doing this whether you like it or not,
Right, right,
Oh
right.
my gosh. Y'all, listen to what she's saying. All of you out there that are aspiring artists, we all know, those of us who are artists ourselves, we all know that we are our own worst enemies.
Right.
We're our own worst critics.
That's right.
But the thing is what Jackie's saying is you got to get out of your head.
Yeah.
Because you will stand in your way. You will be the block of you. It'll be nobody else. It'll be you.
That's
and
right.
you literally got to tell yourself to shut the French up.
Yeah, shut up.
Like, seriously. Like you really have to.
Absolutely.
Because it'll take you down a path of destruction.
Absolutely.
That none of us deserve to be on.
That's right.
It tried. I'll tell you that.
I'm sorry. I always get on my soapbox.
It didn't win, Jackie. It didn't win. You won. You won, sis.
I was like,
you won.
Okay. Alive, I think, was the hardest one because I was like, this is not me. People are not going to vote for me. People are not going to like this. I'm dressed as a Power Ranger. Nobody's going to like my outfit. So I was like, there's nothing. I can't do any of this right. I had to fight for a dang rail because they were trying to make me walk down these damn steps in fog. I know.
I said, you gotta stop making these ladies walk down these steps. What the heck are y'all thinking?
In stilettos. They're like, stilettos. I was like, okay, so you want me to die?
You want me to die and get voted on?
Oh, okay.
But hold that note.
I will say, if I tumbled down those stairs, I'd be like, sing that shit all the way down.
Make that thing run.
Jackie turned into a run.
Yes.
Woo.
Yes,
all right,
child.
Stephanie, I think it's time for rapid fire.
Rapid fire questions. I'm going to make a quick statement or ask quick questions. You're just going to give me the first thing that comes to mind. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So what is your favorite app on your phone?
Instagram, because
come on.
I'm in my 30s and I can't stop.
Love me some
Jackie
IG.
was the Instagram queen this past season, y'all.
Live all the time.
I literally have 5,000 followers less on my Instagram than I do on Facebook, but I don't care. I go live every day, or not live, but I do my stories every day on Instagram.
Yes.
That's my jam.
Absolutely. What is your favorite movie genre?
Comedy, for sure.
Love to laugh. What is your favorite karaoke song?
It varies. Right now I'm really loving Lainey Wilson's Heart Like a Truck, but I like to throw in Adele sometimes.
Come on.
I love to. Oh, if you really want to see somebody go crazy, when I do Whole Lotta Love by Led Zeppelin, people are like,
ooh. Yeah. Oh,
nice.
Let me ask a part, like a part B to that. What song, or do you change it up with your business? What song do you mostly open with?
I do change it up, but it's always a warm-up song for me. So sometimes it'll be like, I'll do some Fleetwood Mac, or sometimes I'll do Wildflowers, Wild Horses as my opener.
Yeah.
It's something where there's a lot of alto low end first in the verses. You know what I'm saying? To warm up the voice. So sometimes I even open up with Like a Prayer by Madonna. Like sometimes I just
love that song. Oh gosh, you love that song.
Oh, just like
it was on my list. It was on my list.
That was on the list.
Is there stuff allowed on The Voice?
It was. So no, I don't think so. I don't think there was a Madonna song on the list.
I've never heard anyone do a Madonna song.
Yeah, I mean, she might as well open up the book.
Them to clear it. So like they'll give you, you can ask them to clear it.
Gotcha.
I tried.
Okay. All right.
I tried for Led Zeppelin. They said no.
Oh, all right. Well, that's their loss. That's their loss. What is your dream vacation location?
Santorini.
Ooh, Santorini.
Blue waters, the delicious Mediterranean food.
Yes, water and food. Water and food. Come on.
Water and seafood, baby.
Yes, absolutely. I don't know if you answered this one. I'll ask it anyway. What song did you wish you got to sing on the show, but you didn't?
There's two of them.
Okay.
I really wanted to sing "Piece of My Heart" real bad, and the round that I wanted it was the round that Mara got it. And I guess Niall had it on hold for her the whole time. So,
okay.
You know, she is a little mini Joplin. She got the red hair, all crazy, you know, so it's fitting for her. I just wish that I could have also maybe sang it.
Yeah. They should have made that a group thing for somehow.
Yeah. That would have been amazing because I could just, you know, that high. You know you got it.
Listen, that was made for you. Total destruction.
Total
destruction.
You know, but Mary killed it. Of course she killed it.
You gotta warn me next time, sis, before you do that.
Look, I saw it coming, James. You gotta pay attention. I braced myself.
Freaking electric voice here.
I know.
Yeah. That was Whole Lot of Love. I would have loved to do Whole Lot of Love by Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
And if I could have chosen a different ballad, I would have done Cam Burning House.
Okay.
But I wanted to go with something that was really well known.
All right. What is your Starbucks order?
I don't do Starbucks, but if I do order something like that, it's usually a matcha latte.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. What is the album you always come back to?
For sure, Alice in Chains. I love their album Dirt, or The Greatest Hits is great. I'm a huge Alice in Chains fan.
Awesome.
They're my number one.
Awesome.
And Fleetwood Mac's my number two. And I can keep going from there. I got a whole list.
Good ones. What is, this is the last one, what is your dream celebrity collaboration?
Chris Stapleton, hands down.
Oh, Jesus. Hey!
Hands down, I would murder that song if he just gave me an opportunity.
Listen. Can't you hear it, James? I would need for you to let me know in a month in advance so I could brace myself for the deliciousness that track would be.
I am working my butt off because it's on my list of things that I will accomplish in my lifetime.
I know that's right.
With Chris Stapleton. Okay? It's happening. It's happening.
Jacquie, I can't see how he could ever hear you and not want to work with you.
Yeah.
So all he has to do is somehow set his ears upon your voice.
That's it.
And it will happen.
And it will happen. That's a wrap.
His team might
they say have my people call your
right
people.
Now.
Yeah.
His team might be blocking me right now, but I'm coming for you, Chris. I'm coming for you, Chris.
Absolutely. From all angles. Look,
I'm still a year later, still recovering from his Star Spangled Banner. Still.
Oh my God.
Still.
Okay. Reba did kill it. Okay. Reba did kill it.
No, the Queen killed that thing.
But Chris Stapleton made me ugly cry.
Ugly. Oh no, he made James and I go because he did that one run. James will talk about it to this day. That one run that he did was like what?
His voice
and his just the whole thing.
I get chills just thinking about it right now. I got chills.
Yes.
I'm telling you, the way I could describe. It's like his voice sounds so painful. Like he has felt the worst of the worst. And when you're singing the Star Spangled Banner, that is a song about victory, but it's also, if you really think about it, it's a song about loss because all that blood that we had to show for. I mean, I could preach all day on Chris the way that he did that. I mean, honestly, just him and his guitar was perfect.
It was perfect.
Perfect.
That's the best description. It was perfect.
Gallantly streaming. When he did it, gallantly streaming, I said, I'm done.
How he gonna make me shout over this? I ain't never wanted to shout over the Star Spangled Banner before, but I'm like, oh, thank you, Jesus.
That was just so.
Woo. But you pegged his voice just correct. There's like that angst, that pain, that realness, that rawness that we can all.
Jacquie, guess what? Yeah. We hear it in yours.
And that's
I
why
know,
the pairing.
That's why I want to sing with him, because we're going to make people cry, okay?
Come on.
Jackie's like,
Absolutely.
I got a story too, y'all. The story's in my throat.
I got a song.
Yes.
I got a song.
Woo! Love it. Love it. Love it.
Okay, Jackie. Well, we know you have a lot of exciting things actually happening right now. So, first, we want to thank you so much for coming on the Pitchy podcast today. And I'm just so glad that I feel like we're in a living room, just on the couch, just talking.
That's right.
And
That's right.
just thank you just for for being unapologetically you. It is just a breath. You are just a breath of fresh air. It really, really, it's been so wonderful to have you here.
Yes.
So we wish you all the success. But before that, because you got so many incredible things going on right now, Jackie, tell us in the Pitchy Podcast audience anything you want to know about current music, which I know you have, some touring projects possibly, and where we can go to always keep up with you on the socials.
Okay, so thanks to my mom, we'll work that backwards. Thanks to my mom, you can find all my handles at Jacquie Roar, and it's JACQUIE, because my mom had to add some extra letters.
That's my boss's name, and she spells it the exact same way. That's why I was like,
really?
Oh, yeah.
Usually they won't put the E or the I in there, or they won't put the U. It'll just be like some weird way that they're spelling. It's usually it's spelled like Jacques, but
right.
Anyways, Jacquie Roar at Jacquie Roar, and then I'm the only one, unless they're like fake accounts, which there's a lot of those. And okay, stuff that I'm doing. I'm very excited because I just released Bad Habit. It's my first single. Reba actually is the one that picked it out of all my songs and said, release that one.
It's a good one.
So that's the one I released. I have another single coming out in April. So the 1-2 punch, baby. Okay.
Come on.
I'm going to be in DC April 13th for the Cherry Blossom Festival.
You are?
I just booked that. Yes, I did.
Okay, so
you know that's our hood.
Okay, what's the date?
April 13th.
I'm going to find a babysitter. I'm going to have to find a babysitter.
Coming to see you, sis.
You know what? And then I was thinking I was going to go Sunday to go see C, because he has, his bar restaurant. That he's like, come play. And it's only like a little flight over. So if that doesn't end up panning out, then maybe I'll just stay an extra day and we could go get seafood. And what else do I got going on? I'm
going to do everything in my power. Keep Jackie here, but we understand.
Yeah.
She's got to go see her boy.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get him to come out. Who knows?
Family dinner. Yeah, Steve. Yeah. Steve got people
he was
here.
Like, I'm gonna have to come see you, and I was like, well, I was trying to come see you so I can make some money.
Listen, I know that's right. Get that money, honey.
Yeah. Well, and everybody's like, come to Hilton Head. Come to Hilton Head. Like Steve said, you're coming to Hilton Head. Okay, well, I gotta come to Hilton Head then, because Steve said it. I can't.
That's right. That's right.
And then what else? I got the Crystal Ballroom. That's a huge deal. Lainey Wilson just played that. And,
fantastic.
And I booked it for June 15th, so I'm excited for that. And my local radio station's going to be helping with that. They're not sponsoring, but they're collabing with me.
Awesome.
Coming out, speaking of collaborations, I'm coming out with a beer called Beer Me Roar.
Beer Me Roar! Yo, that name is dope, girl.
Hustler, y'all. She is a hustler.
Love it.
And Love it. I got a really cool team. I'm working with AMG Management, Artist Management Group, and Rob Beckham is the best. He has gotten me on so many playlists. Thank you, Amazon. Thank you, Spotify. Thank you, iTunes, for putting me on your breakthrough country artists, on your Rock by Country playlist. Thank you. And not just that, I'm playing in Canada. I'm playing in Australia now. Like, it's crazy. Yeah.
You international.
I'm going international.
Look, and getting paid for it on somebody else's dime. Come on,
I know that's
sis.
right. Love it. That's so exciting.
That's it. That's all I got so far right now. A tour will be coming up. I'm going to start doing like a little tour probably around April. My next release, I'll start releasing some dates, getting people pumped up for the summertime. So, I'll be doing Oregon Jamboree. I'll be opening up for Gary Allen. Music and Brews as well. So yeah, so many things. I got so many things that I can't even like think of.
He's moving and shaking, y'all. Moving and shaking.
That's right. Just follow her on IG and all the socials to find out all of what Jackie's doing, because there is so much. And we are so happy to hear all that.
If you want to keep up with me, get Instagram.
Get your IG together. Absolutely. Yes.
I'll tell you my whole life story on my stories.
We wish you so much success. We know because of who you are, success is right there for you, for yours to take. And it will be presented to you because we are so proud of you. We're so proud of everything you were and everything, more importantly, you continue and are. So thank you for your time again. And Stephanie, you want to tell the folks what they need to hear?
Oh, yeah. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Pitchy Podcast on your favorite podcast platform so you can be the first to know when we drop a new episode. Also, check us out on YouTube. Search for The Pitchy Podcast and hit that subscribe button so you know when we drop a new video. And last, don't forget to follow us also on Instagram at The Pitchy Podcast for new episode alerts, episode clips, and so much more.
That's how Jackie found us.
Yep. And then I was like, did he say tsunami? I'm
Tsunami singing. Yes, ma'am.
Tsunami singing.
I'm in for life.
All right, everyone. Well, we'll talk to you soon. Season 25 is just around the corner, but Pitchy Podcast has a few more tricks up their sleeve. So don't jump to season 25 yet, because we got still stuff to talk about for season 24. So we'll see everyone soon.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for having me.